Once again, the SWTOR Inside community has proven to be ignorant of genuine players and their feedback. It is unfortunate that I have to make this video, but it is important to me that all players get a voice, no matter what the opinion is. Anyone who has watched my own channel long enough will know that I do not remove comments. I allow people to speak freely, and I encourage conversation with people who disagree with me, as it should be. I find it vital that all avenues of feedback are seen, especially on a channel like mine that talks about the game so often, no matter how pretty it might be, or ugly they may be. Sadly, the same cannot be said for the SWTOR community on Discord, Reddit, and the official forum. So the reason I'm making this video today is simply because my good friend over at Birdface Gaming has just been accused of making videos simply for clicks and views, which implies he makes his content in bad faith towards the game. If I had a credit for every time someone said clickbait for views and money about criticism for Star Wars The Old Republic, then I would be the richest person in the entire game. Hate sells. You did this for views. This argument is really tiresome, especially when you don't see behind the scenes. What I can guarantee you is that any negative video that may be posted about this game can be far surpassed and exceeded by a lore video. When you look at the most popular videos on my own YouTube channel, they are not negative videos about the Old Republic. So it stands to reason that the best videos for us to make are the ones that do the best. So when you see us posting content that is not particularly the best performing content on that channel, that would imply that they are not doing it for views, and that they are not doing it for money. In fact, here is a brief example of that. Here is a video in the past on my own channel, which you could consider negative, as it talks about many wrongdoings in the game. As you can see, it netted little to no revenue. But when you contrast that with a more performative story video, you can see the difference is night and day. So this argument that hate sells, or you did this for views, unfortunately, it doesn't work. So when you say this about someone, you're not actually saying that hate sells or you did this for views, you're actually saying, your opinion doesn't matter because I don't agree with it. Okay, let's provide some more context, shall we? My good friend Birdface is a SWTOR content creator who has been playing the game since the beta 15 years ago. Like many other players, Birdface has a mix of opinions on certain elements of the game, which basically just means he's a normal person. So this guy has been making videos for a long time. Many of them have been awesome lore videos, and others have been reviews and feedback on the newer updates for Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, because he passed 1,000 subs on YouTube, congratulations by the way, that's awesome, and is now more active than before, he decided to take his chances with applying for the content creator role within the official Discord server for Star Wars The Old Republic. This is what they replied with to his application. Hello there. While we are generally fine with people being critical of the game, with ourselves having made and continue to make criticisms as well, we do not want the overwhelming majority of the content by creators we partner with to frequent use quote-unquote doomer-styled titles for clicks. We count 5 videos for SWTOR in the last 3 months, with only 1 being positively phrased. While we understand that controversial content is excellent for the algorithm, it is not the type of content we wish to endorse. We wish to see creators who would lift the community and aim to better the experience of players, even if that comes from criticism of the game. I'm just going to repeat that bit there. We wish to see creators who would lift the community and aim to better the experience of players, even if that comes from criticism of the game. You could not make this up. That's super right. Alright, let me finish this. You're still, of course, more than welcome to share your content in the community videos channel. Thank you for understanding. Now, just to point out here, guys, this message came from an alleged staff member of Star Wars The Old Republic. Let's just keep that in mind moving forward. So this message proves that the SWTOR devs and the moderators seek to only recognize people who speak positively about the game. While saying they are open to criticism, they reject his application based on the fact that he criticizes the game, which is a huge contradiction in and of itself. You either do or don't, and seemingly, they don't. For whatever reason, the developers and other members of the community, specifically people like SWTORista, have caused a huge split in the community, the positive side and the negative side. It is unfortunate that I'm even having to say this, because you would think these people would act like adults in the real world, but instead they act like children who are practicing being nice to each other simply for the sake of it. I realise that not all content creators will speak so bluntly on this subject, but I most certainly will, as usual. The community manager Jackie and lead influencer SWTORista have effectively monopolised the community and gatekeep newcomers with real and valid criticism of the game. They have also wrapped the other influencers around their little fingers, with the ever-looming risk of being kicked from the inner circle. It is time to stop condoning this. They denied Birdface entry to the content creator circle simply because he has a voice that is critical of the game that he is most passionate about, an opinion that they don't agree with. Again, just like me, he's played the game for 15 years now and likely won't be leaving anytime soon. When you look across his entire channel, it is quite clear to see that he cares deeply for the state of the game and would like to see it do better. Very similarly to my own stance with things. Yet in this response he received that rejected him, they actually counted videos that they believed to be negative, which is an admission of ignorance. If you don't listen to all the feedback from all avenues, then you don't have the truth. I'm borderline fed up of seeing this community split. Many years ago, the entire influencer squad was united under one vision. The vision of the player's best interests. We acted as a middleman for feedback between developers and community, but seemingly this is no longer the case. It would seem that this program has been twisted into something to work for the influencer and not for the community. It is now all about the best interests of how the game is perceived by the outside world. I can tell you that Star Wars: The Old Republic is awesome, and it is, and it remains pretty much my favourite Star Wars game of all time. New players should download the game today, subscribe, and experience the epic saga that is The Old Republic Online. But that does not mean that the game's current state couldn't be better. It certainly can be better, and we all know it. It is time to stop pretending that criticising this game comes from people who don't care or seek only clicks and views. This is far from the truth. My own channel was here before the influencer program, during it, and will be here after it, just like Birdface's channel. Back when I was removed from the program myself for being open and honest about the game, SWTORista and others flocked to take the spotlight, and ever since, the community has been worse off, gatekept, people banned, and more. We've already covered that stuff, and you can see that in past videos. Now, I'm not blaming SWTORista completely here. I fully believe the community manager, Jackie, has enabled this toxic positivity, and together they both moderate the entire community. It's basically fascism in a fictional games community. I never thought I would say that out loud. Listen, if you are a member of the influencer group or content creator club, you are not better than anyone else who makes content. To think that you are is deluded. I can't think of a single person in the current program who is fighting for solid change and community interaction. Every single one of you is focused on getting free codes for your streams or Twitter posts. You are not the real influencers for this game. We are. Allow me to be absolutely clear. If you gatekeep the content creator role based on whose opinion you like or don't like, then you have failed the community. You need to do better. You guys don't get dev interviews. You don't encourage the devs to speak more on issues or decisions that changed the game. You are lazy content creators who post the same "should you play SWTOR in 2025" video all too much. You are selfish and destructive to the overall game. Now, if you don't agree with me, then please feel free to comment why. I won't remove it simply because it's an opposing view, unlike the developers or the influencers who would seek to silence people they simply do not like. You may sit there and say to yourself, "But you make videos saying the game is dead." And guess what? That is true. The game is dead, and you helped to dig its grave by standing by and watching. At least when I, Birdface, or Boomy make a video, it brings traffic and attention to issues for the game. We aim to deliver the genuine news and game state. We set players up with the real expectation, while you seek to stab each other in the back and give away a stupid mini pet. Let me end this video by reminding you that you have forgotten where you came from. The community lifted you guys up only for you to bring them down. You should be wholly ashamed. If any of the influencers have an issue with this video, I would be willing to settle it with a debate on my podcast. I grant you an open invitation to join me and discuss it all. But I know that you won't. You'll hide in your positive bubble, feeling like you're high and mighty. You are not. The real truth is, Birdface's content is far more genuine than anything any of you could come up with. Have a nice day.